Isn't the whole fucking like charm of Windows is that it just works? They just put it on the computer and then it just works. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, we can't find any of your drives. Yada yada. So I looked this up. And it's like, oh, well, you don't have the driver for the drives, which apparently the driver for the drives just doesn't come with Windows for some reason. So I'm like, okay, cool. I got a flash drive. I got a flash drive with the drivers on them to load them, right? And it's like, oh, browse your fucking thing. Here's the flash drive that has the drivers on them. No signed fucking drivers. And then if you turn off this thing, which says like, oh, hide any drivers that are not for your computer's hardware. Because at this point, if I brick the BIOS, I brick the BIOS. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? But no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I tried 3 different flash drives. I tried the flash drive that is running this Windows installation media. I tried another flash drive, and I've had to switch this flash drive out 2 different times, not because the other ones didn't work. I tried them on this computer and they both worked just fine. They just wouldn't work for this specifically. And then I followed another tutorial that was like, oh, you have to extract the driver in PowerShell and do that. So I did that with all of the previous flash drives again, and then it didn't work any of those times. But whenever I had to install Ubuntu onto this thing for 3 seconds so I can have gparter, so I can fucking format the drive that's built into this fucking Optiplex, that worked perfectly fine, and I could have just installed Ubuntu. But I'm like, no, I want to play video games on this, and Proton just isn't as good as I want it to be. Everything is made for Windows, so I'm gonna do Windows, and it's Windows 10, you know what I mean? Everyone loves Windows 10, you just boop, and it works, you know what I mean? It's not like Linux where you're like, blah, 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 on your fucking little keyboard. Oh, sudo, like with gparted, I had to go to sudo apt install gparted so that it would install to the root because it needs root access, but you can't just give the file to the root because regular users don't have admin access on fucking Linux for some reason. And then you look it up and you're like, why is this the case? And I'm like, it's not a good idea for regular users to be root users. Why? Why is that not a good idea? I'm using the computer, so anything that I'm going to do in the fucking GUI, I'm gonna do in terminal anyway. So why is that not a good idea? I'm the only one using the computer! And then no! So Linux is stupid, because the people who use Linux are all idiots, so they don't give you good advice, and if you want to learn Linux, you need advice. But Windows is stupid, because I'm giving you the drivers that you should already have, but you don't want it. You don't want it because it's unsigned? I got it from Intel. I got it from you. Why? Why?